Thank you. Good morning, County Council, and happy New Year of 2025. I'd like to call to order this County Council meeting of January 9th, 2025. And at this point in time, I would encourage everyone following along to please join us in the singing of O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you. And at this point in time, Madam Clerk, would you like to do the roll call?
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. I confirm that we do have all members of County Council in attendance today.
Okay, thank you. So we'll proceed with the land acknowledgement. Let us begin by respectfully acknowledging that we are gathering in the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe Nation, the people of the three fires known as the Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi nations. And further, we give thanks to the Chippewas of Saugeen and the Chippewas of Nawash, known collectively as the Saugeen Ojibwe Nation, the traditional keepers of these lands and waters since time immemorial. To our south lies the traditional territories of the Six Nations of the Grand River. We are dedicated to honoring Indigenous history and culture and committed to moving forward in the spirit of truth, reconciliation, and friendship with all First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. We'll move along to the agenda item of number 5, which is the declaration of interest. Are there any declarations? Seeing no hands go up across the screen, we'll proceed. We'll next move to the adoption of the minutes. We have 2 sets of minutes, and the first is the County Council and the Committee of the Whole minutes dated December 12th and the Committee of the Whole budget meeting of December 13th. The recommendation is that the minutes of the Council and Committee of the Whole meeting dated December 12th, 2024, and the Committee of the Whole budget meeting minutes dated December 13th, 2024, and the resolutions contained therein be adopted as presented. May I ask for a mover and a seconder? Thank you. Moved by Councillor Hutchinson, seconded by Councillor Greig, and it's now on the floor for discussion. Okay, Councillor Greig.
I just have one question to staff at this time regarding the multi-year capital budget plan. We really, as a council, didn't have the opportunity to go through the multi-year path budget. So I'm wondering what's the pathway or the course or direction that we may have the multi-year consideration come back through the budget and finance committee, for example, in the new year to be evaluated.
Okay, thank you. I'll put that question to Director Spicer.
Thank you, Madam Warden. We have a Budget and Finance Committee meeting in February. We can bring our work plan for the year to that meeting. That was the plan, and we can establish timelines that meet what the committee would like.
Okay, is there a follow-up, Councillor Greig? Okay, thank you very much. Any further questions for discussion? Looking across the screen, I am not seeing any hands raised. Okay, we've had it moved, seconded, and discussed, so I'd now like to call the vote. All those in favor? Okay, thank you. That motion is carried. Next, we'll move on to the closed committee of the whole meeting minutes. We had from December 12th and 13th. It's recommended that the closed session committee of the whole meeting minutes dated December 12th, 2024 and December 13th, 2024 be adopted as provided. May I ask for a mover and a second? Okay, thank you. Moved by Councillor Eccles, seconded by Councillor Dobreen. Any discussion? Okay, not seeing any hands up for discussion, then we'll call the vote. All those in favor? And that motion is carried. Thank you. We do not have any closed session matters for our council meeting this morning, which allows us to go to number 8, which are reports. Board of Health minutes dated November 22nd, 2024. And I understand Dr. Era is going to be joining us virtually. I'm just looking across the screen. Is he here, Madam Clerk?
He is here, yes.
Present.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us. And if you would like to, at this point in time, highlight anything that, Madam Clerk, would you like me to get moved on the floor first before discussion?
That would be great. Thank you.
Okay, so first allow me to ask for a mover and a seconder that the Board of Health minutes dated November 22nd, 2024 be received for information. Thank you. Moved by Councillor Patterson, seconded by Councillor Keaveney. And now it's on the floor for discussion. So welcome, Dr. Era. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Warden. Good morning, Council. The highlight from the minutes in November was the public health standards that are being under review and update the Ontario Public Health Standards. We received communication from the province that the current standards, that 2025 will continue, the old standards will continue in 2025, and the new standards will be in effect in 2026. So the services from public health should continue the same with no change for the constituents or the partners. That's a main highlight, Madam Chair. Open to questions as always.
Okay, thank you. So with that then, Doctor is available for questions. Any questions or discussions on receiving the minutes? Yes, Deputy Warden Milne.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Not a question to Dr. Era, just a comment, and congratulations to the new chair, Mr. Nick Saunders. Congratulations to him for moving to the chair position.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Okay, not seeing any further hands then I'll call the vote. All those in favor? And that motion is carried. Thank you very much, Dr. Era, for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Next, we'll move on to item B9, which is the bylaws. It's recommended that the bylaws 52-13-25 and 52-15-25 be introduced and taken as read first, second, and third time, finally passed, signed by the warden and the clerk, sealed with the seal of the corporation, and engrossed into the bylaw book. There are 3. Number 1, oh, sorry, did I hear something? No. Okay. Number 1 is 52-13-25, a bylaw to authorize the acquisition of certain lands in the municipality of Grey Highlands, described in Schedule A for the Transportation Services Patrol Depot. Number 2, 52-14-25, a bylaw to adopt estimates of the revenues and expenditures for the year 2025 for the County of Grey. And number 3, 52-15-25, a bylaw to confirm all actions and proceedings of the council. May I ask for a mover and a seconder? Thank you. Moved by Deputy Warden Milne, seconded by Councillor McKay. It's now on the floor for any discussion. Not seeing any hands. All those in favor? Thank you. That motion is carried. Next, we'll move on to news and celebrations. So first, I'd like to offer the floor to Madam Clerk, who has a brief introduction.
Thank you and good morning. I'd just like to introduce our new Deputy Clerk, Rayburn Murray. She's appearing on your screens here today, but we hope you can meet her in person at the next council meeting. She comes to us with a lot of really great experience in provincial offenses administration, as well as other roles as Deputy Clerk and Legislative Coordinator. So we're very happy to be welcoming Rayburn to Grey County.
Thank you very much, and welcome to you, Deputy Clerk Murray. And with that then, I'll see if there's anything else from any other council members. I can say that we did start the new year off right with typical with the weather that we had. We had lots of good intentions about the levies, and I was pleased to be able to attend the Meaford levy, but unfortunately, due to the cancellation of two others, was unable to attend those. But I understand one of them is being rescheduled, so that's a good Grey Highlands spirit going there. And with that, we'll see if there are any other news and celebrations. Councillor Body.
Thank you. I just not really well. I guess it's a celebration. Former Mayor Stu Taylor passed away over Christmas time. Stu did a whole bunch of things in his career. He was on council. I'm just checking from 83 to 94, and then mayor from 95 to 2001. He negotiated the city returning to Grey County. As a councillor, brought the attack to town. As the mayor kept them here when they're going to be sold. We did a big dig down Main Street, replacing all the infrastructure that was under his watch. He was my grade 5 teacher, my juvenile hockey coach. I helped him when he ran for mayor. Went on to become a justice of the peace. Quite a good guy, very supportive, and he will be missed. Thanks.
Thank you for sharing that. Councillor Dobreen.
Thank you, Warden Matrosovs, and good morning, County Council. I just thought I would add a huge shout out and thank you to our roads department, our emergency services that kept us moving through Snowmageddon. I'm not sure what other municipalities were experiencing, but down in the south, we were hit hard. And we really did appreciate the plows doing the best that they could to keep the roads clear and our EMS services to keep people safe and where they needed to be. So congratulations to our crew. They do an amazing job.
Thank you. I think that's worth a shout out indeed. And if we can pass that on through Director Hoy to share with the team. Thank you very much. Other news and celebrations? Okay, I'm not seeing any further hands then, so that allows us then to move on to adjournment. So we'll look for a motion to adjourn our council meeting portion of this morning. May I ask for, thank you. We've got it moved by Councillor Pringle, seconded by Councillor Dickert. Any discussion? All those in favor? And that motion is carried. Thank you. So we'll switch over and I'll just ask, does technology need to switch anything over before we begin our committee of the whole, or can we proceed?
Yeah, it'll just be one moment here.